What?
To Squad Talks. Yes. Welcome to Squad Talks, Season 3, Episode 6. Introducing our boy, Grain Death.
Hi.
Can
I'm
you
here. Hello. What's up?
To my right, we got Andy, Honcho, half of 48, also 24, but actually 8. Your boy Chase, the other half of 48. You want to start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. God, I never know where to start with, like, who am I as Grain
What about
Death
your name?
anymore.
What about your name? Start with your
I'm Grain
your
Death.
name.
Hello. What's up?
There you go.
Yeah, that's just easier than my name's not hard, but whatever. Just Grain Death. Who cares? I make music on the internet sometimes.
Yes.
I feel like I say that, and I'm just like, what have I released in the last year? And it's like 2 songs. Like, and then for like 2021, what do I have? I don't think I have anything that's like upcoming. Well, I do, but we're not talking about that one. That's not announced yet. So anyway, yeah, I'm just some fucking some dude. I don't know if I'm supposed to curse on this interview or not, but it's too late. I've already done it.
Nah, do you?
Yeah. What else?
Where are you from?
I'm from around here, from the internet. I'm in Virginia. I'm on like the other side of the country to everyone else. I'm in Virginia, like sort of northern Virginia, like right outside of DC. Which honestly, DC's like it's a house music town, which sucks
Really?
for me who likes fucking tear out.
Right?
And,
The heavy shit.
yeah, there's like there's like some stuff. Well, obviously not now. I mean, but you know, in the past. Everyone all like the big name shows I've been to, like all the big tours, they've always been on like Wednesday nights at like tiny clubs.
Damn.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I saw Space Laces, and it was Wednesday, and I had work the day after.
Oh my gosh, that's
I got home
crazy.
at like 4 a.m. It was great. That was a great show. Yeah.
So how is the scene up there?
It's very house music. It's like it's a very house music town, which is, I sort of say that in a way that makes it sound bad, but like it's not. I just don't. My brain works too fast for like
Yeah.
I've been like a metalhead for a long time.
Okay.
Also, I'm currently drinking like coffee because again I've had a very stupid long day. So my
Coffee's
brain's
always
going
good.
3,000 miles an hour. But like, you know, house can be hype. Like I get it. Like I understand that like house is like hype to people.
Yeah.
But I came up like listening to music like the first like band I really liked, other than Metallica, because like I feel like everyone likes Metallica at like 14.
Yeah.
Once you get beyond that, I was really into like prog metal, and then I got like out of prog metal, I got into like breakcore, which is just at like 200 BPM.
Oh shit.
So like 128 house music, that's chill to me.
Yeah.
I even like, you know, hard bass house shit like Dominate that Space Laces just put out. I'm like, yeah, this is chill. I can just listen to this and just hang out.
Yeah, it's
This
jamming.
isn't rager music to me. So like I just can't deal with house music shows because I'm just having a good time, but I don't look like I'm into it, and then I just get bored.
Right. No, I feel
I
that.
feel bad because I'm just like, this is fine. But, like, I like my 140, 145, 150, and then, you know, drum and bass, whatever. But
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a good scene though. I have not seen, you know, obviously haven't seen like my like rave friends in a while, as you
Yeah.
can imagine. But yeah, we had a pretty good crew going down here.
So are shows like starting to come back down there, or stuff is still closed?
It's still pretty closed.
Okay.
Most of the shows that I went to were in DC, like properly, like actually within the state of DC. And DC
Okay.
is like taking it a lot more seriously than even Virginia. Virginia's doing a pretty good job with COVID. Not to talk about COVID, obviously, for this entire time, because
Yeah.
otherwise we'll not talk about music at all. DC is handling it pretty well. There's like actually like a law about masks, or it's like much more hardcore. So like if you're outside and you're not wearing a mask, I think you can legitimately get in trouble.
Huh. Dang.
Virginia, it's just like, man, come on, you know, just do better.
Yeah.
But no one gets mad at you about it in Virginia in the same way. So I think it's gonna be a while before we get shows back up, get shows here again.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but I would rather be alive.
Yeah, it's like
for
at this
sure.
point, what can you do?
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
we opened up down here, and so we're starting to get like shows every weekend.
Yeah.
I've heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
good.
trying to-
Good for you guys.
Trying
I
to
just,
trying to come down or
let me get vaccinated. Let's see.
do that?
100, like totally. Yes, I would. Let me just get some shit together first.
Yes.
Let me get the vaccine. Let me
I would kill
work out
for a
some other
live
stuff.
set. Oh my gosh.
Yes, need that for
Yeah,
sure.
I would love to.
Yeah, that'd be
I-
sick.
I'm just like so. Whenever I do like live sets, all the live sets I've recorded have just been like in my room. I have a green screen that just gets put up
Yeah.
here,
Okay.
and like, it's so hard to be hype in your own room for me at least. Like I
Yeah.
can't be like as hype as I would be at like a show.
Yeah.
So I'm just like it's like 3 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm a sleeper. I have
Yep.
like downstairs roommates. Like I can't like do any crazy shit in my room.
Right.
So I'm just like I just say stupid shit into the microphone. You've seen
Yeah,
the sets that
it's
I've
funny.
recorded. I just say dope stuff over and over again and just like pitch shift it up and down. Like that's just all I do.
Yeah.
I would do that shit live too. That's
That's
honestly.
great. I love it.
But,
So-
yeah, man.
So about when did you get into producing?
Oh man, so this it's like the Grain Death as a thing started like I'm actually going to open my project files folder because I have that organized enough to be able to see
Nice.
exactly when I
There you
started.
Oh yeah.
I got Ableton in June of 2017,
Okay.
and boy were those projects shit. They're so bad. Because like of course they were. So it's about it's almost 4 years now. But I had a false start in high school when I was like 16. I started to try. I like wanted to get into production, but I started to learn Renoise, which is not a DAW that anyone uses except for Venetian snares. He's the only person I know that uses that DAW. It's a tracker, so that means it looks like shit. It's terrible. It's really really good for programming drums. But I don't know what I was doing. I genuinely could not comprehend that program at all. So that was like 16. That sort of went until I was like 17. Nothing ever came of that. It all sucked. I started to learn to DJ then because DJing's fun as shit.
Yeah.
I just like downloaded a virtual DJ and just would do like mixes for myself in my room
Oh yeah.
on my laptop, like no controller, just like doing it all on my trackpad, just like
Uh-huh.
cutting back and forth. Some of those mixes kind of slammed, but like they were just because I was just like playing Knife Party over and over again. But yeah, so it's like been about 4 years of Grain Death at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, there was more to that story, and I've like forgotten where it was going.
Did
Classic
you
ADD
you started producing the same time you started mixing?
No. So I started mixing in like man, it was like 2012.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah, it was like right around when did Flexivillian release Superbad? Hold on, let's see, because that's the first thing I remember like mixing properly. That song's a banger. That's a song that people don't know about for some reason or don't talk about as much. 2011, holy shit, that song's older than I thought. So yeah, like 2012-ish.
Nice.
And then yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I've cleared out the mixes off my SoundCloud. Some of them were
Classics.
good. I might dig up an old one of these days. I will see if I can.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's not good and not worth listening to. So, it'd be funny.
Oh, it would be fun.
yeah.
Fun to listen to.
Fun to just from and honestly just like remember some old tracks that are still bangers.
Right.
That, like should be played more.
Yes.
Like I'm now thinking about like putting Superbad in a set.
There you go.
honestly.
Yep.
It's crazy. I'm writing that down. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it.
See. Yeah. I'll do the same thing. I'll be going through my USB and looking at old sets or doubles and being like, oh yeah, I need to play this again.
Yeah, this like I did my first like so there was a period like I started producing that was about a year before I landed like properly on an identity. And like in that year was like my first like actual show I ever did. It's pretty solid. It was my undergrad school, Christopher Newport University. I would say shout outs to them, but like they're it kind of sucks. So whatever. But at the beginning of every school year, they did an event called Light the Night, which is like a cool in concept. It was basically just like a rave, and the idea is just like, they'll like they just get a DJ, and whenever the song drops, everyone throws glow sticks up into the air.
Okay.
And it looks great, but then the glow sticks come down and start hitting people. Genuinely, it's like I would love to have an event that violent in terms of like the amount of people getting hurt, because I make really fucking angry music, and like the first set I ever played at that thing was, I think, 90% just Flux Pavilion tracks. Just
Nice.
like,
Oh my gosh.
love that guy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've had the chance to see him one time, and he killed it.
I saw him once. The one time I've seen him now, I saw him on, I think it was the Neon Phantom tour, like Dubloads and Dion Timmer. There was Company, Dion Timmer, Dubloads, and Flux Pavilion was just like the closer. I don't think he was on the tour. I think he was just there in DC that day.
Oh, nice.
But unfortunately, it's the only show I've ever gotten injured at. In Company set, I got in the pit, and I'm not big exactly. I mean, I'm like, look at me, fuck, like I'm tiny. I got knocked directly onto my ass and landed like on my hip bone, and I just like couldn't walk right.
Oh my
but
gosh.
I couldn't just like go, because one, I wanted to see Flux Pavilion. Two, I was like kind of drunk, so I didn't want to go. And also like my friends were there. I couldn't just leave.
Right.
So I just kind of stayed and just like sat down, and it was kind of sad. I wish I was in the crowd for Flux Pavilion, but it was great. I had a good time.
That's funny. Was
genuinely
anything
could not
wrong,
walk right for, like,
or was it just like sore?
I don't know. I never went to the doctor about it, because it never like hurt enough. I think I just like bruised the bone kind of hard, because I landed on like concrete directly onto my hip. Great. I mean, everyone did fucking killer sets though. It was a fun show.
Yeah. Yeah, when we saw him, was it Global Dub?
I didn't go to Global Dub.
I don't remember.
Was it? Didn't he go to Lights on Night though? He was at Lights on Night. I'm
Was he
pretty
at
sure.
Lights on Night?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw him at Lights on Night.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I've
Not
actually. Fun fact: I've never actually been to a festival. Well, technically,
Really?
I have been to one, but like it doesn't really count.
See, me too.
Yeah, I just like. Well, one, like there's not that much around like the DC area. I mean, there's Moonrise, I think, but like all the Moonrise like lineups I've ever seen for like every year that I was considering going, there was like two people I wanted to see, and I was like, do I want to pay $200?
Yeah, is it worth it?
Like, no, and it never was, and I never went, and then I don't really regret it. I did want to do Lost Lands last year, but
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
so didn't I mean everyone did.
Yes.
But one of my friends went in. He went to Lost Lands 2019. It was before I had done like. I wasn't really keeping my identity secret. We sort of talked about that already, but like I didn't really post my face because I just don't like being on camera. It just takes a lot of effort, so I just don't like doing it.
Yeah.
So my buddy Party Foul, he went. He just, I think, wore only Grain Death merch, and then just told people that he was Grain Death. And I was like, please don't do this. But he still did. It's very funny in hindsight. So there's like a picture. I think I looked back on my story, my Instagram stories recently, and he just like tagged me, just like Grain Death goes to Lost Lands. I was like, no.
Oh my gosh. That is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I saw that, I'd flip. I'd be like, stop that.
It's funny as shit. It was really good. I mean, I'm happy he was wearing like random Grain Death merch to Lost Lands. Grain Death. I've been drinking coffee out of this mug. The merch came first. That's actually Grain Death as the name for the artist persona was actually second. It's so in college. I found that I could just get custom made hats. I use a site called Printful. They're really good at embroidery. They're very chill. They've done some really stupid shit for me over the years. Shout outs to their customer support for putting up with me for putting pictures of shirts on other shirts. It's a whole thing. But I just like started. I wanted a hat that said Grain Death on it because Grain Death is objectively the funniest way to die. and so I got that made for myself, and was just this was also like the 2017 2018 span of like I need some kind of identity for what I'm doing musically.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second, Grain Debt, that kind of slaps, and then now here we are. But the merch genuinely came first. I don't know where the hat is. I think I still have the original hat
The hat with the
somewhere in
shirt
my
on it.
closet. No. So hold on. We'll go deep diving here. I'll take my headphones off for this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I'm already looking up the website.
He went to go look at find his Grain Death hat. He went to go look to find his Grain Death hat.
We got a new website for stitching.
Yeah, so this is the original one. It's just
Okay.
I think Arial. It's just like fucking a normal sans serif font.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ripping off of Death Grips, I think that's what that one was. And then I put that on a shirt because I was just like, I should put that on a shirt. And then the whole brainwave of just like, oh fuck, I can put that picture of a shirt on a different shirt and that will be funnier. And then it just sort of spiraled out of control from there.
And then you went to a picture of a shirt on a hat.
Yeah, and then the shirt on the hat, and then we got the shirt on the mug.
Love it.
There was one instance of the store that was like it's like 4 shirts deep. It's like a black shirt and there's the white shirt
Oh
with
my
the black shirt
gosh.
on it, and it goes in like 4.
That's awesome.
That one was good. I don't have that one because like I have too many of my own shirts, man. Like I feel like there's a certain point where it's just like you shouldn't be the only person that has your own merch, but
But it's cool.
Yeah.
people have my shit. It's fine. But,
Right.
the one I never bought, there was one that I did that was just like a white shirt that had like little tiny black shirts printed all over it in like random ways.
Oh, cool.
That one was a banger. Called Accident at the Shirt Factory.
So do you like
love
order
that one.
like one of these or like orders of 10?
So they're custom made each time. So like I don't have to deal with storage and like shipping them all individually. So it's like whenever the fuck people just would buy them, they would get made by the company.
Okay.
Genuinely, like I fucking love Printful. They're like a really good company, and I feel like I'm just like promoting them for free. So I probably should stop talking about them in this movie. They're a good company, genuinely really good people. As in terms of like scaling, if I was going to do it again, I probably would just like buy like 20 and just like sell them off here in DC. But
Gotcha. I'm gonna definitely look them up because I definitely
we can
wanna get
talk about it
some
offline. Just like
stitch
message
stuff,
me.
for sure.
For sure, yes.
So is there anyone in your area that we should be on the lookout for?
In terms of rhythm,
Anybody.
yeah.
Anybody.
Well, I always gotta shout out Isaac. I'm a big fan of him. Just like cool dude in general. Isaac, Eyezic.
Okay.
Always been a cool guy. Always been like pretty good homie to me. I saw him close out a show on the 4th of July. He was the opener and the closer. He played Throwing Elbows at 4 a.m. and it was the greatest shit I've ever heard. We like managed to start a mosh pit at 4 a.m. I just like messaged him after the set. And I was like, this was sick. We're just friends now. We've like made a couple of songs together. I have a
Nice.
song with him on his first EP that neither of us played. We still think is like fine. It's like a really just like medicine-y type thing. But no, he's sick as hell. Very really really cool guy. In terms of other up and comers, who's around here? I like my brain is genuinely just like I don't know where anyone is anymore. Genuinely have no fucking clue. Like I just assume everyone's in LA and I don't really know where anyone is. I think Rack's from around here.
LA does have a lot of people.
Yeah, fuck. I genuinely don't know. There's DC's big thing is like hybrid trap. That's really like the big thing around here. Oh, Gurf. Gurf is like Gurf and all the Particle Arts guys. Gurf, Gurf. He's really cool. His sets are all just really, really weird. It's very like it's just like when at least I saw him like God, it was like over a year ago now, like 18 months ago. It's like the most like pots and pans falling down the stairs type beat shit ever.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. He's so fucking his stuff's amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm just like now you're making me think about like who have I seen in DC that like is actually from DC. Man, like looking at my list of shit I've been to now.
There you go.
But yeah, no,
Um,
big love to Isaac. Love that guy.
would you say that any particular artist or DJ has had input in your producing or mixing styles?
Um, oh, just like inspiration or like
Yeah.
people in real life who okay. Right. I mean, well, right now I'm like cannot stop thinking about Space Laces.
Right.
I've always been a huge fan of Space Laces because like who isn't really?
Right.
But like every single voltage drop just like changes my life each time.
Yes.
And also like I just love that guy. He's just hilarious. I honestly like I try not to listen to too many other like I try not to sort of try. Let me start the sentence again. I try not to sound like anyone because
Right.
I feel like it's because like what's the point? You know, what's like artistically like what's the point of trying to sound like somebody else? Why not
Right.
just I like being different. I like doing my own thing. That's to say, I mean, like, you know, artists that I love. I love Sudden Death. The Grain Death Sudden Death thing. Never really addressed it. No one's ever. It's like fine. I think I don't know. Whatever. That's like I try not to have like anything that looks or sounds like anything he does because I'm just like I just don't want to. Let's just not associate these two things.
Right.
But like love his music, love his whole thing, love his whole deal in general.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like musically, the things I'm like inspired by, it's not dubstep.
No.
It's much more like progressive metal stuff and like breakcore. Those the things I was listening to in high school. I still go back to them. Like shit like old Venetian Snares stuff. I cannot begin to pronounce this album name out loud because it's in Finnish or something. But it's an album from 2005. Raz Kazela Galat Sulatet. It's like this weird orchestral slash breakcore slash drum and bass slash just like nightmare album. It's incredible. Such a cool album. That one and some of his other stuff from like that era of Venetian Snares is like I want to make stuff like that. The more I learn about music, the less comprehensible it gets. I've been listening to a lot of like early Periphery again, like sort of gent type metal stuff, like really, really syncopated, really rhythmic inspired stuff.
Yeah.
Because whenever I like open up Ableton and I like, try and make something that sounds like dubstep, it just goes poorly. I just get mad and then I just like stop because I'm just like this sucks. This doesn't sound like I want it to sound, so I'm just gonna give up for the day. But when I just like go in much more with the mindset of like I want to make, I sort of make something thinking more along the lines of like the sort of metal-y stuff that I was talking about. It goes better immediately.
Yeah, with those rhythms.
Yeah, I mean, Chase, you two both know Challenger. I mean, that's sort of the ultimate Grain Death ID that I just never fucking finish. But yeah, I mean, that's just like
It's the best.
that's just it is a good one. It's nearly done. Fingers crossed. I've said it's nearly done.
How many final versions?
Since I made it. I mean, I think let's when did I make it? Let's see. When was the initial version of Challenger uploaded? 9 months ago. Okay. So it's and I thought that one was done. And then now I look at it and I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck was I doing? And then there's like one or two more things that I'll change, and then hopefully that's it. And then who the fuck knows what's gonna happen?
Right? Yeah,
So
that
there's
one's gonna be
that
awesome.
one.
I'm excited.
I hope so. There's that one. There's the Drunk Nixon ID that we've been playing for about a year. That is over a year old now. That has changed name like 3 or 4 different times. I don't think you guys even have that one because it's just never done. But like that's all. It's the same type of thing where it's like very just like much more rhythm focused than like sound focused.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love those Hertas. They get me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was a drumline kid as well.
Oh shit.
I have this drum pad that I never use anymore because like I don't practice snare.
Oh,
But I
shit.
have this
Oh
like
damn,
Okay.
that's dope.
it's like Zymox. Yeah, Zymox drum pad, custom made like 12 years ago. I don't know.
That's sick, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Damn, now I want a drum.
Very
What's up?
heavy.
Damn it.
So, how and when did you first hear about Rhythm Squad?
Oh my god, I think I was just like on Twitter and probably Adrian Plurzard just was like retweeting videos that you guys posted.
Yeah.
And then I just like I think that's how I found you guys. I'm extremely on Twitter all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I'm like I'm a bit less on Twitter these days because Twitter genuinely is bad for like mental health.
Yep.
Like, holy shit, it's a
Agreed.
hell site, awful
Agreed.
website.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I loved the concert videos, and I was like, oh wait, fuck, these guys are cool. And then honestly, the pandemic started, and I don't know, just started sort of like reaching out, talking to more people, because I'm just like, what else am I doing? Like, I'm just sitting in my room. I've been sitting in this, like, looking at this corner of my apartment for the last year. So I just like see how people are doing, see what's going on.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it must have been through Adrian. I feel like it has to be through Adrian.
Yeah.
Because
man.
he posts
Shout out Adrian.
so much.
Yeah,
Almost
shout out
a
Adrian.
terrifying amount of posts.
Yes, he's always
concerned.
on there.
This man.
Yes.
I look his eye, he
Every
looks-
5 minutes, it's a nerd tweet.
It's like I thought I was online. Like shit. Like I used to try. It's not a deep pull. It's like sort of people sort of know, but maybe have not put it together. I used to try and be funny on Twitter. That was sort of my. I was always doing the music stuff, but there was a good while where the Grain Death account was really just like I'm just gonna post jokes and try and go viral a lot. I did all right a couple of times. There was like a couple of the one that did bang Toad Tweet, where I just posted screenshots of genuine real texts that I got from someone who just sends me pictures of frogs randomly, and that like that still goes viral. It's still going. Like every like week or
gosh.
so, I get a notification that someone managed to find the original tweet that like they're just like. It goes around on Facebook constantly. It's on
Just,
Tumblr
like,
all the time.
blows up.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's as blown up as it ever has blown up. Like it has like 580,000 likes or something.
Damn.
Holy shit.
And people just like didn't know it was me. People like who have met me sort of in the like sort of post
Yeah.
Grain Death being a music thing time. And people are just like, oh fuck, what? Like that was you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like I still talk to this person, still know who the fuck they are.
That's funny.
It's much funnier this way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Twitter. But
Viral.
yeah, Adrian's more online than me. That shit's terrifying.
Yes.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how
how
he
he
does
does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he don't stop.
Just always be posting.
Yes.
That's the rule of Twitter. Like what I always tell people
Yeah.
when they ask me like how to be good at Twitter, I'm just like it's the ABCs. Always be posting
Yep.
with a silent C at the front of
Yeah.
the P. That's
Yes.
Consistency.
Yep.
yeah. Just post always. Just never stop posting. Even if
Yeah.
people actively tell you to stop for your mental health, you have to keep posting.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, because you look at everybody, all the bigger people that have made it, it's like they're posting multiple
Posting fucking
things
all the time.
every day. It's picture on Instagram, it's multiple pictures a day, Twitter, tweets.
Videos, shows.
Yeah. Instagram I've never gotten. I've never quite gotten the hang of Instagram.
I hate Instagram.
Like it's like I just don't have anything interesting to post like most of the time.
Yeah, I feel that.
I swear, I'm just like I am interesting, but like I don't I don't do anything right now. Like obviously I'm not doing anything.
Right.
But even before, like what the fuck do you post on Instagram? Just like selfies.
Pictures.
just random
that's
shit.
it.
Just random shit. You go out to dinner and you post that.
Yeah. My rule of social media that I just have been ascribed, that I've been like living off of for a while, is like if I wouldn't give a shit about someone else who posted this, I'm not gonna post it.
Yeah.
Like that's been my rule for a long time.
I think that's a good rule.
Yeah.
Because it's just otherwise it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, and also why would I post just like I'll post pictures of my cat. Like that's good. I'll do that.
That's okay.
It's my boyfriend's cat. Cat's not here right now, but like hey, I'll post that shit. But I'm like, other than that, like
I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna post pictures of the same. Post pictures of like the random synthesizers and like Rubik's cubes and like what am I gonna put? I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a whole thing I'm getting into. I don't like Instagram anyway.
So you said you've never been to a real festival.
Yeah.
If you played a festival, what would you pick?
What festival would you play at too?
Is that wait? That's the same question. That's just which festival would I
Go
play?
to or play to, or if
That's it.
it would be the same thing.
I feel like it's Lost Lands. Honestly, I feel like that's sort of
Yeah.
go to and play because it's just the Super Bowl basically.
Yeah.
It's really
I feel that.
you know it's yeah it's just the biggest thing. Like why would I not sort of aim for that?
Yeah.
I mean EDC's cool, but like I don't know. I don't. That seems too big. I feel
Yeah.
like in order to get to that point, you have to be so huge that it feels unattainable in a way. You know, I mean,
feel
it's
that.
one thing to aim high, but like,
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
yeah, but like Lost Lands just seems like it's just everyone is not on the same level, on the same wavelength at least.
Right.
Yeah,
Which just seems-
I know what you're saying.
So that was always like the plan. That's why I wanted to go there, just like meet people, and it would be a good excuse to like actually meet all the people that I like talk to on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Right?
Literally everyone
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
collabed with,
Exactly.
I've not met. Like, that's just the nature of living not in California or Texas. Apparently, everyone else it's either Texas or California. Those are apparently the two places where people post up.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
lot.
just like, I've
Those
never
two.
met
Yeah.
either of the guys in Drunk Nixon. Never met Chauncey. Like,
Yeah.
Rigo and I have a collab together. I'm just like, never met him. Don't know what he looks like in real life. Like, it's just, you know, sure he's like fine, but like, yeah, I'm just like
Maybe
looking at
not.
my collabs and just like, a lot of work.
I'm good. Oh gosh, you got number 1,
I know
2,
what Big
3
Worm
waiting.
looks like because he posts. But
Yeah.
Yeah. How many
One of these
How
days.
many collabs are you working on at the moment? 18.
Oh man, there was a higher number at one point, but some of them just kind of fell off. But the ones that are like actively going are like there's like 3 or 4 that are actively going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one with Rigo, one with Big Worm,
Oof.
1.5 with Drunk Nixon because we've kind of started a second one, despite never finishing the first one. We're just like, hey, what if? And then we just start another one, and then one with my friend Empty, who's based out of like Richmond. I should have
Nice.
mentioned him. I just like he also never finishes music, so like we both sort of are there together. But yeah, the one with Empty is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
But that one, will we finish it? I don't know. We both kind of just forgot to keep working.
Another one.
That's how it be, truly.
That's funny.
So yeah, it's like a bunch. And then, God, how many IDs am I working on?
Oof.
That's a whole other question. I mean, you saw the track list for the show I did at Code Lockdown. It was
Yeah.
just like in chat. Yeah, there's Grand Death ID, Grand Death ID, Grand Death ID. This one's 3 years old. VIP of something I just don't
Flipping
want
my
to
shit
release.
the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, I always appreciate you in the chat just going fucking crazy. Always happy to see that.
Fucking love it, bro.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, I would send more stuff, but everything I make is in such a constant state of flux that I just like
Yeah.
I just can't send it.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point
Uh,
if I'm gonna continue to work on it?
Yeah.
Exactly. I just don't want like weird old versions floating around of
Yeah.
stuff, even though those are because like how many versions of Challenger do you have on USB? I think it's at least 3 at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
and how many others exist? Like I put up a 2020 showcase at like the end of 2020, and I'm just like every single thing on that has changed dramatically since I posted that, or is dead, like or the project is over,
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm just like, I gotta post something though. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the eternal issue of being a producer and just being too lazy to release music.
Mm-hmm. And being picky, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but at what point do I just say fuck it and just release things? No one can give me an answer to that. I've asked that of like many people.
Yeah.
When do you decide something's done? And they're just like, eventually. Thanks.
Yeah, I think
I'll just stay in this loop forever then.
you're
And
you'll know
definitely
2
the
years
only
later.
person that can answer that question.
Yeah, it's sort of what the other fun part of that is like I'll think something's finished and like send it to someone for like feedback or like, hey, check this out. I've worked a lot on this, and they're just like, oh, yeah, this is sick. Change all this shit because this shit's like I appreciate that, but also like
You're like,
it's-
damn.
yeah, I'm just like, well, I guess I thought this was good enough, but like it's not. I mean, I would rather. I'd rather people give me feedback and have tracks be like the best version of what they can be.
Yeah.
But it sometimes is annoying. Just be
Yeah,
like,
for
oh,
sure.
cool.
For
Never
sure.
mind. Guess this isn't done.
Is there anything else you want to say? Any last shout outs before we wrap things up?
Oh man, I should have thought about this ahead of time. I
No,
really
you're
never
good.
think about things.
You're good.
My head is empty at like all times. Um, God, I'm trying to think of like who needs shout outs. Obviously, Drunk Nixon. They're too good. It makes me mad that people don't know about them. Similarly, Siren. She's also crazy. Like she has like 50 followers. Her stuff's so good.
SIREN? Siren?
SYRIN.
Okay.
And then like underscore like Kilohertz KHZ on Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Like 50 followers. She's so good.
Interesting.
Everyone sort of knows Chassis and Sisto. Shout out those guys.
Yeah.
Also insanely good. Eusebi Flow. Love
Yeah.
him. I'm just like looking at everyone I've worked with or like
Thanks.
talked to. I'm just like, God, all these people.
Yeah.
Love all of them. Fuck. Empty. I just like our collab is so deep in my SoundCloud at this point that I'm just like, oh God. I have to like scroll down so far to remember him. Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know. Also, yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. There you go. Classic.
You're good. Thank you so much for spending the time to talk with us today.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully I didn't just like ramble too much the entire
No.
time. Just said dumb shit. Well, that was the point. Say as much stupid shit as
exactly.
possible.
Going back to the old Twitter days.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So for season 3, episode 6 of Squad Talks, we out. Deuces.
What?